have to read the comments though, sis, because if my laptop doesn't come on, I can't see what's happening.
I think we're live. Can if anybody's using their phone, can they also check Instagram, make sure we're live on there too? Because I'm using my phone for this show.
Yeah, looks like we're live.
Thank you. Hello, hello everyone. Get in here, get in here, get in here. I see Jeremy's in here already. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy New Year's, Jeremy. And I have are y'all not gonna introduce yourself?
Hey,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I'm here. I'm trying to find a better charger for my laptop so I can see the comments. But hi, everyone. Happy early New Year in advance.
Yeah, we're just gonna let y'all trickle in real quick. Um, yeah, this first and foremost, we're sorry we didn't have an episode this week. We decided to utilize this day to plan for 2026 and have stronger topics coming into 2026. So we really wanted to use this day to have like a brainstorm session, discuss our New Year's goals for next year. We have big goals for 2026 for Ladies of Sosa, personal and for the podcast. And we want to see, and we want y'all to like join in on the brainstorming session with us because we need y'all's help for 2026. We need this is a group project. So yeah.
Emmanuel, what you got going on?
First and
I,
foremost, yeah. What do y'all got going on? Christine,
Nothing.
Emmanuel?
I've been off work, so I've been in like I forgot I had a job. I've been enjoying my life. Looking forward to the new year. And yeah, it's
What
finally
about
cold
you, Emmanuel?
in Dallas.
It's freezing.
Yeah, which is
Emmanuel,
30 degrees,
aren't
which is
you in
not that cold.
Minnesota?
yep. I'm with my brother right now. Just started. We just got here like 6 in the morning.
What's the
Yeah.
temperature over there?
8 degrees.
What?
Ooh, that's
Okay.
nasty.
It's not that cold anymore in Dallas. It's all right.
8 degrees is crazy. Also, where is everybody? Like when you guys trickle in here, let us know where y'all are from as well. We want to kind of get to know everybody. That's a New Year's resolution for Ladies of Sosa. I want to get to know our community more. There's a couple people that I do know that I do recognize, but like I want to know like everybody that's consistently in the comments and stuff, like where they're from, what they do, all that stuff. Building a
I'm gonna be
community.
real. I'm gonna be honest. I got PTSD from driving yesterday. I'm never driving in the snow again. Like nobody told me that you just slip and slide and just put hopes and prayers
You
up.
don't have the all-wheel drive, like you don't have the
So
tires for like the snow.
we specifically ordered our wheel drive, right? Because we took a rental.
Yeah, at the rental car place, especially in Minnesota, Denver, places like that, they usually will have it mandatory. They didn't give y'all an all-wheel drive car?
Mind you, we got our car from Texas because we're driving up to
Oh,
Minnesota,
yeah,
right?
that's why.
And he said, "Yeah, it got an all-wheel drive. You're gonna be good, right?" And I was like, "Cool." My brother was like, "Cool." My brother drives the first half. I didn't
Hey,
really
Chima.
peek or put my two and two together and be like, "Wait a minute." The second half is where the ice is. Your brother's been in Minnesota for the last 9 months. He should be a better driver than you.
Mhm.
So
So
How
are
many
you
hours is
moving?
it?
Are you moving to Minnesota full time?
yeah, I'll be here for 9 months with Jewett. We're gonna be trading.
Whoa, that's a long time. That's basically a year.
Yeah, I mean, I need it because I gotta lose this weight for this bodybuilding show.
Oh my gosh. So when is that happening again?
It's gonna be September 18th, Houston. The show is called Summer Shreds. Juju, I'm on live.
Say hi to Juju for me.
Juju, Sarah says, "What's up?" But yeah, I'm doing a transformation show. It's basically for people who lose 75 to 150 pounds, and that's basically the division that I'm in. So,
So what prompted you to join that? Because that's actually a really cool goal to set for the next year.
um, I had a bet with my brother, and,
Okay.
I'm the type of person that when we go bet, I'm gonna do it.
So how many pounds do you gotta like lose for this?
For me, I mean, it just depends on how I look, and it depends on what my trainer says. So we'll see. I mean, I'm thinking I'm gonna get down. I'm probably gonna lose around 100 pounds.
Oh my gosh, you
Oh,
gotta give
a
me that.
hundred pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Good luck, Emmanuel. I'm sure you can do it. Anyways, hey Chima, how are you? Um, Hi, Jeremy. Hey, everyone who's on live. Um, Christine, you want to kind of introduce what we're doing today?
Yeah, we're just going to talk about our New Year's resolutions for LOS and personal if you wanted, topic ideas, and really anything that anybody wants to talk about. I mean, we were going to talk about the Anthony Joshua situation as like a icebreaker topic since that recently happened, but I don't know what happened to Emmanuel.
He's there. He's just black. It's just dark.
Okay. Looks like there's
Yeah.
extra screen, but yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay. He's coming back on the stage. Emmanuel, I got to get this other page off the stage. How do I get this other page off? Oh, okay. It's okay.
Well,
Go
anyway,
ahead.
long story short, I have to lose
Uh
100
huh.
pounds. That's basically what it is.
Take it off the stage.
I don't know how to. I can't. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. Oh no, we're good. He's off the stage. But anyways, somebody asked. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Anthony Joshua situation as well. We wanted to
Mhm.
discuss
Yeah.
that. We didn't plan on discussing that. Somebody said, would you use Ozempic, Emmanuel?
It depends. Like if the weight loss ain't going the way that I want it to go, and we 6 months in, shit. Call
I
me
think
Serena
6 months
Williams.
in might be a little too late if you're trying to lose 100 pounds.
Yeah, but I've lost 50, 70
Okay.
pounds before, so I'll be all right. This is not
Yeah,
that hard.
yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah. So okay. So we're gonna be brainstorming today. We're gonna be coming up with New Year's resolutions. But can we discuss the Anthony Joshua situation
Yeah.
like really quickly since we're on it? Like that was insane. When I first saw that on the blogs at first, because you know it said like Anthony Joshua like fatal
Mhm.
car accident. I was like, oh my goodness, he just won a
Right.
fight against oh boy, I don't know the white guy's name. What's his
Is it
name?
Jake Paul?
Jake
Big one.
Paul. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, that's just so like crazy the timing of everything. And I
Right.
was hoping it wasn't him because they didn't really specify, but I thought it was like maybe like he hit somebody, like they hit like other people. I didn't know that it was his own friends that
Yeah.
were
Especially
killed.
right after the fight just happened, and like it was
Yes.
like I think he broke his jaw. It was all over social media. He made like a crazy amount of money. And yeah, just I was just like, okay, when I saw him pop up, I thought it was for something boxing related. But the fact that it happened in Nigeria and he had two of his friends die and then he survived, like I'm just thinking about the mental health aspect. Like he's gonna be messed up like for a
And
long
you know what?
time.
And you know what oh my goodness, you know what I don't like though? They
Mhm.
showed the bodies of the
I didn't
his
see that. I saw people
friends.
talking about it. You saw the bodies. I heard something like the
Yes.
guy's head was came off or something crazy
Yes.
like that.
Apparently like both of them were almost decapitated.
Yeah. Oh my.
And they showed it on, and that's the thing with like Africans, they don't care, they will post stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
there's, you know, in America it's kind of like you don't do that, you got to respect the dead. In Africa, like they don't care. I see that all the time in South Sudanese. Like if somebody passed like away, they'll be posting the body on Facebook. I'm like, I didn't want to see this, but
No, the whole accident in general was crazy because
yeah,
of the scene after. Like seeing it on social media, how everybody was crowding him. They all had their phones out.
yeah.
He was like clearly in pain. It was just so I was like, is this
So
real life?
this was
Like,
that was crazy. Chima said on Niger, they said they show all in Africa in either we show all or none. Oh yeah, Chima's Nigerian, so he could speak for his people.
please
But
chime in on this because
yeah, but no, I mean I think that's an African thing too. Like we are okay. I guess we're just used to like brutality. We'll post a whole body like,
it wasn't.
but
It was that like that part of it, but it was kind of like I don't know, with Dirty December going on, and everybody's been talking about that as well. And then to see this, a lot of people were saying this is gonna put like it's gonna put like a bad
a
light.
negative.
Yeah, people wanting to travel there because literally there was no ambulance. Like they took him and they put him in another car and like had to drive him away. There was nothing. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't
y-
imagine.
yeah.
Like,
I saw that conversation on X. They were talking about how like there's no infrastructure. Like they're like, imagine Anthony Joshua like a millionaire comes to Nigeria and gets in an accident and there's no like ambulance, there's no emergency services. So imagine just the everyday person,
It's
what they go
honestly,
through.
I was
Yeah.
so like, even as an African, I was so shocked. I was like, wow, like these people surrounded him. He's clearly in this. Imagine getting into a horrific car accident, bro. And then I don't know if he knew even at that point that his friends had passed away, but you get into this accident and then there's like a mob of people outside.
Around
Like,
you, recording
that's
you.
insane.
Yes. And then that part, I was like, maybe he was like dizzy or something because his friends just passed away and he didn't even seem
He
like,
probably didn't, I don't know, but it was like no one was like, everyone had their phones out. That just shows you how messed up the world is now. Like everyone
mhm,
was so focused on recording him, and it was crazy. I don't
yeah,
even know what to say. Emmanuel, what do
yeah.
you
I think there's a lot of things going on here where like um, a lot of people don't care about African bodies, especially African people. Um,
Hmm.
so this is a weird way to say it. I think they purposely show gory media to African people because when you are used to just seeing black bodies die all the time, uh, you don't view yourself as valuable. Number two, same thing with the way with our infrastructure. It's almost as if we accept that like poor people can suffer, and then when
think?
it happens to a rich person, all of a sudden the sympathy goes crazy, and all of a sudden now it's time to like update the infrastructure and make the country better. When the truth is, it's always been corrupt the whole time. So it's very layered with how we approach it. Also, Anthony Joshua was concussed because if you go into an accident like that, you're not going to be aware, and he's probably in shock. So I don't know
Yeah,
if
that's
Kels
what I
was
was
like,
thinking.
when you're in a situation like that, you don't know what's happening. So all those things put together, uh, but I do think it's necessary for people that are famous to be able to highlight something in the country, and especially when it comes to African countries, to save face. Sometimes you need to be shamed for the way that your infrastructure is, so you can do better. I'll pray that something like that will. I mean, not that something like that would happen, but I pray that African leaders would start to be ashamed of what they've done to their countries and would put more effort into building, so that we can be honest with ourselves. Because social services and an ambulance should be something that is necessary over you having a Rolls Royce. I'm sorry. This is just the truth.
Yeah,
And
I saw a girl post about that. She's Nigerian. She was saying like, okay, like we have so many entertainers, Nigerian entertainers that are, showing off Rolls Royces and watches and all these luxury items, but our country doesn't even have like emergency services or like proper roads where there's not like backed up traffic and stuff like that. So how come like it's obviously like an entertainer is not meant to play the government, but some like where is the balance and everything? And I thought that was a good conversation because I mean, because I think it's like about corruption as well, like with the government. And Nigerian people come in and correct us if because we're not from Nigeria. But I think like there's similarities in African countries. There's like the corruption aspect, and then also like we people who have money are not even pouring in back into their people as well. So
I was like for Day of December. I keep bringing that up because that's
yeah.
like everyone's there right now. Like they said something like last year, 2 million people or something came to Nigeria.
Hmm.
And the president, he made two posts after that accident happened, like to Anthony Joshua and for his friends that passed away. And a
Hmm.
lot of people were saying like people die every day. He never has said anything, but just because it's Anthony Joshua, now like he's literally posting about it, which is crazy. But I was watching an African movie last night too. I watched two, and in all the movies, like Manuel said, a Rolls Royce, G wagons, all of the nicest cars. But if you get in an accident, there's no ambulance. Like, make it make sense.
That's so crazy. That's crazy.
And a
So
lot of
I mean,
people were saying, like, people always say, I've even heard it myself, like, in Nigeria, just have money. Like, if you have money, you're going to live good. Like, everything's going to be good for you. But look, Anthony Joshua, I don't even know how much money he has or what his net worth is, but he's like top 5% of the world, whatever. And even him, he's not above being in these conditions to the point where
Hmm.
I heard that they like took him straight away to UK. Like they flew him on a private jet so he can go get medical care there. So there's two things. There's like the reaction to the accident, like the lack of emergency services, and then also they didn't even want to take the chance to take him to a hospital there. They just knew immediately, like for him to get the quality of
Proper
medical care
treatment.
that he needs. Yeah, we're just gonna fly him back to UK. That's crazy. That's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I also want to ask this question: is like, as Africans, right? There's this thing of like, there's your civil duty, right? And the way that we keep entertainers and people who make money through their own means to a higher standard than our own government, it's weird to me because that's the parallel I also don't like. Because sometimes you have to ask yourself, like, it's almost as if we view personal wealth in the same way that we view like wealth that was stolen from the people, and they're not. And we need to start making a clear distinction of like diasporans who made money outside of Africa and those who make money from the African people and take advantage of the African people.
Yeah, but I
And
think it's layered. I think the reason why people kind of talk about entertainers, we're not saying that entertainers have to play government and that they're required or obligated to, you know, build a infrastructure for the country, but it is kind of like backwards if you're showing off all this wealth and your country is like doesn't have proper roads, doesn't have proper like schooling. And it's like obviously you can't do everything, but like I think maybe people can come together and do something productive. It's not obviously the hands really it really comes down to the government. They're the first and foremost like they're the ones who should be handling it. But I mean, we also can't flaunt wealth if our people are struggling.
I think that's the terrible part about this is like Joshua and his friends did
Hmm.
come through with like humanitarian,
Yeah,
like
they did. Hmm.
they were being humanitarian when they got there. They were putting in work. They were putting their money where their mouth was, and that's the terrible thing is like Joshua was there with his friends, showing his country off and helping people, and
Yeah.
then something like this happens to him. So condolences to him and the families who just lost two sons.
Hmm.
Like that's terrible. Like that's the first and
Yeah,
foremost
I
thing.
saw that the one of his friends that passed away had an organization in Nigeria that was helping kids get into certain programs. So yeah, so I'm sure they were doing their part. I'm just saying in general, like as a
Yeah.
collective, maybe this could be like an eye-opening situation.
I don't know, but so this is one thing that I also want to ask y'all. So do you
Hmm.
think same way that the Nigerian, like you think about Nigerian entertainers and people out there, how do you feel about Sudanese entertainers, Sudanese people who have wealth, and the specific Sudanese artists, models, or anyone who's really trying to make money, athletes? Is it our responsibility, like Lawal, right, to build these infrastructures for our people instead of our government? And who should be held at a higher standard? Because that's where we got to go with this.
I
See,
don't think it's their responsibility. That's
yeah,
responsibility is crazy. I feel like whatever they do is out of the
yeah.
kindness of their heart to give back to their people, but it should not be their responsibility.
Yes. And then also, Luol Deng does do what he has to do. He's built a foundation, a basketball foundation. He's built a basketball court. I don't know if that was alongside the president of South Sudan, but he's built a basketball court. I feel like he's done his part as far as like helping, trying to help the people of South Sudan. But
Mhm.
also, like, he doesn't even flaunt his wealth. He's not here like driving like Lamborghinis in South Sudan and like flaunting and on Instagram flaunting wealth and stuff like that too. So I also don't hold him to that same standard. There are some people that do that. There's some corrupt people that have done that that are not even like didn't make their money in the way that he made his money. If you know,
Mhm.
if you get my drift. But
Yeah,
like yeah, so I don't know. It just I'm
and
just
that's
saying,
where I wanted to point out the
I feel like
difference, I
us
guess.
diasporans, we have to do better for our people. That's what it sounds like.
And that's where I'm asking you because I think there needs to be nuance to be said that because like
Hmm.
the ones that are doing good for our people, for some reason, like they are like people are like yes, that's what we're supposed to be doing, and then all of a sudden we pretend like as Sudanese people we don't have any money, we don't have a GDP, we don't have any of this stuff
Yeah.
because oh. all caught up in litigation, but our government is making how much? And this is
No,
where you
they're
gotta
making
have a
no,
conversation
the
and a
government
real
is the government is
self-evaluation.
definitely stealing. But I mean, like, okay, think about it. I know, like, Kim Kardashian, during during the California fires, I think she hired her own like fire department or like fire services at the time, and a lot of people had criticism for that. But imagine if, like, instead of buying these Lamborghinis and all these luxury items, people put their money together and paid for emergency services. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that would be probably the same or less, I don't know, but like more or less the same amount every month if you just put in a certain amount. If all these people who are making money decided to put
Well,
their
then
money
why do
into
they need
something
the
that helps.
government? Well, what's their purpose?
Well,
You
I mean,
mean
I think I
like
know.
taxes?
No, the government,
Right, like then we don't need them.
I hear you.
Like
It's
taxes?
listen, it's my
Like the
favorite
thing
word.
that you're supposed
It's
to.
nuance. It's
And
nuance.
taxes are out of the question because why would you pay taxes when it's like, well, I don't know, that's America, no taxation with that representation. But what are you paying taxes for? You're paying taxes to fix the roads and for all these things to be paid, like pay your part so you can get taken care of. So if
Hmm.
they're not doing it and then we're gonna do it, then what is the purpose of having a government? You know?
Exactly.
And even with
Yeah.
Nigeria, with the Dirty December, like I said, I watched like a little documentary, and they said last year it brought in like I don't know, they said 2 billion. I think that's in like I don't know if that's in their money, but they brought in a lot of money, and they were like the government didn't do anything to kind of make the roads better or try to like fix up the place since now it's like a tourist attraction for December for the last few years. Ever since the return to Ghana thing, that's what really popped it off, and then after that, people started going to Nigeria too. But since this has happened, this wave, the government hasn't even done anything to try to, how if the World Cup is coming or something's crazy, like they try to clean up the city and fix things up. Like
Yeah.
they could care less, but that's what lets me know they really I already knew they didn't care about people, but they really don't care. Like they're not here for the people, and that's why people who are from there, like Lual and all these people, feel like okay, like I'm blessed. Let me try to give back because clearly the government is never gonna. They're not gonna do it. Even I think there was like a video I saw on X of like I guess in Ghana they had finally got electricity to like 90% of the population or something. But there, I don't know the details, but there was a video of these people that were like cheering and crying out of joy and excitement. And I was just sitting there and I was like, this is actually crazy that in 2025, basically tomorrow's gonna be 2026, people have been living in darkness and they're celebrating just getting light. Like that's the only thing that they like little things like that they ask from their government, like just being able to have electricity and power. In Nigeria, they take light all the time. Like they always take the electricity. Like people just have grown accustomed to living with these things when really it's unacceptable.
I
Very
think this
much
is where we.
unacceptable.
I think this is where like reality has to set in for a lot of us, especially the people in the diaspora, and especially pro-African people. Is like the truth is most of Africa is still in a third world country.
Literally.
And when you go to a third world country, you're going to have great spots, but you have to be honest with yourself and real about the poverty difference and how extreme it is. Because, like, for the world to operate the way that it does, it requires Africa to be impoverished. And a lot of the times, I think people need to be more honest with themselves when they go back there and be like, look, a lot of the benefits that we receive from capitalism is happening because these people are suffering and these people are being stolen from. And this is the honest truth. And I think a lot of people sometimes they don't like to see that right in front of them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to deal with the truth and don't lie to yourself. Because if you keep
Yeah.
lying to yourself, we can pretend and be like, yes, Africa is a utopia that's not being taken advantage of, that people aren't being genocided, and all this extra stuff. But like, it's crazy that a celebrity being hurt kind of put that into the people's zeitgeist.
Hmm.
But I think it's in a real way, we have to start being more honest and showing people what's really happening and the poverty difference. Like we don't need to put Africa in sunshines and rainbows, but we have to have a realistic view and be like, so this is the good part, and this is actually what's happening to the everyday citizen who can't be at the top percent.
Yeah.
Maybe this will help though, the shame on a world platform. Like this incident literally, it just looked bad for Nigeria as a country. So hopefully this will help shame the leaders into like doing better. I at this point I don't know what else could do it, but imagine like he brought his friends to his country and they end up losing their lives. That's
And
devastating.
then and on just on the side of the road, the bodies displayed,
Yes.
no, like no cover, no covering, no dignity, nothing.
Oh my
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
God.
so real. Like, this is gonna sound terrible. I could see
Go
it
ahead.
happening in any African country, honestly.
For
Oh yeah,
sure.
no, for sure.
100%.
That's
Like,
why it's
this
not.
is
This is why it's
It's
not
not just
specific to Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
it's
just
not
happened
specific
there.
to, because I
Yeah.
promise you, in South Sudan they would have their cameras out, videos recorded. It would have been up
Probably be
on. It
worse.
would. It would have been on live. They would have. It would have been on live. It would have been live streamed. Like I don't understand that. Like I don't know what that. Why we do that. I don't know why we do that, but
Girl, I
that's
heard
just
people were commenting. They were like, "Oh, this happens all the time." They were like, they know people who have gotten into
yeah.
car accidents, and the first person who arrived to them ended up robbing them. Like, and then going on, and then finally a good Samaritan came and helped. But
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they
and
have
Yeah.
it's
Hollywood.
and it's
There's a
not
lot.
like
Like,
There's
the
a lot.
laws of the
There's a
road are
lot.
good either.
You
Like
said what?
the it's not like the road laws were good either. Like let's be honest with
did they
ourselves.
There's
have
so many.
any road
There's so
laws?
many
Yeah, they
layers
do.
because do you know how many people in South Sudan get in accidents too? It's like a. I remember when I
I
was in
don't feel
South
like even
Sudan.
if there are laws, do they follow them? I feel like people just drive like however.
Well, I mean, there's no like road safety too. Like it's
Hmm.
the government's responsibility to have safe roads as well. Like, and I think from my understanding, the car Anthony Joshua, they hit like a truck that
A
was like
parked
station
truck.
that was
Hmm.
stationed in the middle. That's so in the highway.
Yeah, right.
I
That's a
have to
lawsuit.
see what it
That's a
looks
lawsuit
like.
in
But who
Dallas.
are you gonna sue? Who are you gonna sue?
Yeah, who you
The
gonna
Especially in
sue for
city.
happening?
Africa, it's
Like
No,
lawless.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But in America, that's a lawsuit. Why is there a
Yeah.
red? The somebody should have came and picked up this truck. The truck should have been towed.
Not only that, sometimes it's between life and death, like a few
Hmm.
minutes. So having people that emergency services that can get to a person and get them to help, like every minute, every second counts. So the fact that they literally had to carry him out of the car and put him in another car, you're not even supposed to move people that just got into an accident because a lot of time people have like spinal injuries or different things that can happen. So they always say don't move them like until the emergency
Yeah,
services come. So the fact
yeah,
that they just immediately pulled him out of the car and like put him in another car. Like I couldn't imagine. That's trauma on top of just getting into a car accident where your friends have died. It's the way everything was handled after, and people are
yeah.
reporting him, and he's like wincing in pain. I was just like, this is so dystopian. This cannot be real life right now. Everybody has their phones out like a Black Mirror episode. Like it's crazy.
It's crazy, and I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's just like I'm just so. It's just deja vu of like just that's just what I see that South Sudanese people do that. It's just like an African thing, like
Yeah, it's
where
true.
it's so common. So when I saw it, I was just like, oh my gosh, like that's so.
But
Like
think
we just
about the
that's just
people
us.
that are like, oh, Daddy December's been everywhere. Like,
Hmm.
I'm like, second thought, maybe you don't need to go there because anything can happen. If something happens to you, you think about all of the safety measures and precautions that are not there. It's not just about
Yeah,
trying to go into the club. It's about
but
how
it's
safe is the
okay.
place that you're going, especially if you're not from there.
Yeah,
That's concerning.
for
I think the
our
truth
people. Oh, go ahead, go to Manu.
I think
Yeah.
the truth in life is you can't go around being scared. Like, let's be honest with ourselves.
Mm,
Y'all have visited South Sudan how many times?
I've never been to South Sudan.
Well, Sarah has, right?
I've been, yeah. You
and
said y'all
I want to
three
go, but
times.
I've never been.
I
Yeah.
think four or five, four. Okay, a handful.
and what is it ranked in like the world for like dangerous places to go?
Yeah, it was like I remember at one point it was like
But
high, it
she's
was like
from
number
there.
three. Yeah, it
I
was
think
like
that's
number three.
important. The
I
fact
remember it
that
was
she's
like
from South Sudan.
number three most dangerous places in the world, and I was like,
But
I
you
don't
have
know
your
about all that.
family, you have connections. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're
It's
not from a
perspective.
place, it's different.
Yeah, and then it's also perspective. Like I didn't see the danger in South Sudan. Like unless we're in war, then yeah,
Hmm.
okay. But if there's no war, there's no conflict, then I don't see what's dangerous about it. So I feel like danger
Also,
is different based
we
on the
gotta
culture.
live.
Mhm.
We gotta
Mhm.
live. Like I think as a person, you have to be willing to take a little risk sometimes. Sounds
Yeah,
terrible to say. Like,
yeah,
especially when you go. I think there's a freedom to Africa. I think that's one of the aspects that people forget. It's like because of the like the lack of infrastructure. Sometimes you could just do things that you would never even dream of doing in the United States. And like there's a level of freedom that you get to have. Now, is it because of the wealth disparity sometimes? Maybe, but also sometimes because the people there you know and the people that love you will just let you go crazy. Like it's the same thing. And this is how I kind of look at like going to an Arab country. Similar things where like you're just able to do things that in the United States you just can't do, and that's why I always believe that freedom is a spectrum. And so, with as much as we're critiquing these African countries, I think we need to also highlight that there are ways that you can be free without having the government in your pocket or messing with you. Compared to like the United States, where like the infrastructure is so rigid that you can't truly have freedom because you have to feed into the system so damn much.
yeah. I agree. Well,
Pros and cons, yeah.
yes. So sorry for the two
Oh,
lives
that's
that
a
were
fact.
lost in this crash. That was really, really sad. It was really heartbreaking. It was heavy on my heart because that's the first thing I saw in the morning when I was like, that's why I shouldn't scroll in the morning when I get on my phone. But that was the first thing, one of the first things I saw. And I found out that it was his two friends. So that's very devastating. And I was trying to find their names on here so that we can like actually give them their names. But
Yeah, rest in
yeah.
peace to them. I can't imagine what their families are going through too, like finding out because it was viral. So I don't even know if they knew yet, but it was all over the internet. So I couldn't imagine finding out something like that through the internet. And then the fact that one of them was decapitated, like,
Hmm.
Hmm.
it's just horrific, man.
And they
Yeah.
seem
And
like such nice young men. Like they genuinely are like his training partners, people that are there with
Yeah.
him every day, and like seeing him go through the grind of a fight and seeing his mental health and all that stuff. That's
And they're
yeah,
such an integral part of his career. I just wonder what
mhm.
he's going to do moving forward. Like, it's just not going to be the same, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, and he has a fight, I think, like next in a few months, 6 months from now. If he needs to take a
I
break from
don't
that,
think, yeah, I don't
please
think,
do.
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
even think mentally, I don't even know what effects he has, like physically, because it
Mhm.
looked like his stomach was really swollen. People were saying it looked like he had like internal bleeding or
No,
something.
he has to have some type of blunt force injury because
Yeah.
that
Did you
that
see the car?
that car was horrible. That the whole situation was horrific. I feel like none of those things should be seen.
Also, that's
Yeah.
not the first fighter from Africa to actually get in like a terrible accident where somebody did pass away.
Yeah.
Because I think about a year ago or two or a year and a half ago, Francis Ngannou, who also fought
Mhm.
Joshua, got into an accident and he was on a motorcycle and a lady ended up passing away.
Oh
So
yeah,
like these infrastructure
he hurt
situations
somebody.
are, and
Yeah.
he ended up having to take her to the hospital where she later passed away.
That's
And
really sad.
again, that's just African infrastructure. So that was in Cameroon, and I don't think Francis was Francis isn't as famous as Joshua was, but it's a similar situation where it's like he wasn't in the
Yeah.
cultural zeitgeist, so nobody would have ever known that unless you were in like the fight world.
Yeah.
The timing is crazy though, because it was right on the heels of the big fight, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody was already fresh off of hearing about, you know, him and Jake Paul in the fight and all of the memes of Jake Paul's face and all that. It was like everywhere.
Yeah, the
But
timing.
not to be funny, but you know, I was seeing some comments that, you know, African culture and stuff. They were saying they were having some juju allegations that were
I
going
saw
on
that.
because of the timing of how everything happened and how I don't know where he was at specifically, but like the area that he was in. So people were saying, okay, he has this big fight, he makes this big amount of money, and then
Mm.
he gets into this car accident. And I was just like, that is just it's like the wrong time.
It's
Like
the
the
wrong
timing
time.
is crazy. Like, come
It's
on now.
I saw
All the
that too.
conspiracy theories gotta chill.
I even saw, I mean, there was even people from Western culture who were saying, oh, this sounds like a sacrifice, like Illuminati. I'm
Right.
just like, come on now. Like, nobody has time for this right
Or
now.
people were saying that Jake Paul did it. I was like, come on, how was Jake Paul gonna touch? Well, I don't know, but just
Yeah.
it's the timing.
It's
Like
just
it literally was the same day. It just
so sick
happened.
of, I'm so sick of conspiracy theories.
It's
But
crazy.
rest in peace to Latif Oyodele and
Yes.
Sina Gami. Those are the two of Anthony Joshua's teammates or team members that
Hmm.
unfortunately lost their lives in Nigeria when they were just there to have a good time for Dirty December.
Yeah.
And it just okay, y'all let us know. Was Dirty December like joyful this year? Because not only did that happen, this accident, but then also like Nigeria was also bombed at the same time
Hmm.
by the Trump
I don't think
administration.
it affected them at all because I didn't see none of
Mm,
the
One of
hot
Remember, Dirty
girls.
December
I
is
follow
is
all
not.
the influencers.
oh, the girls were still outside. One
Everybody
of
was
my friends
outside
one of my friends said that they heard the bombs like while they were out partying or doing something.
partying.
Wait,
Hearing bombs on
didn't
partying.
they go specifically after North Nigeria, not the
Yeah.
southern part? So
That's what I thought.
I don't think it affects any of the people who are partying, like at all.
Gemma said, yeah, oh yeah, they bombed the wrong place. Ugh, that's some what kind of Dirty December is this? Like, what is going on?
I mean, let's
Nathan
be honest
said
with ourselves.
Christmas
This,
and the holidays wasn't the same at all this year.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just wasn't giving. I
Everybody
mean,
needs to be safe out there because this time is
yeah,
the time when the most accidents and stuff be happening. Like Christmas, New Year's, like be safe going out and driving because
yeah. Let me read some comments.
yeah.
Let me read some comments. Let's see. Golly, what are y'all talking about in here?
I'll
Uh,
read Chiamaka's comment.
which one?
About
Oh,
he said the
oh,
yeah.
he said yes. He said yes, Emmanuel. The Northwest was bombed. The December celebrations were Southwest. You said. Oh, I got to bring
Yeah,
Emmanuel back on stage.
I think that's what he said.
Yes. So Emmanuel, Chima said Northwest was bombed. The December celebrations were Southwest.
Yeah.
But
So,
apparently one of my friends said they could hear the bombing from where he was at and he was celebrating Dirty December. So I'm assuming he was in Lagos. And then somebody said Jace said, "Hey y'all, I'm doing DoorDash listening to y'all. I love that. I hope you're having a good
Shout out
day."
to Granny.
And then they also said Christine got a nice apartment, y'all. We didn't know you was balling, sis.
I'm screaming.
Jace, you
Thank
still
you.
here? Yes. And then
We're
what else?
having
What
our
else?
own
What else?
side comments in the chat.
Right. Okay, then like the side comments, which we're not gonna read because that's y'all's business. Um, yeah, but what else is going on, y'all? I mean, Christine, I know we got a
New Year's
New
resolutions.
New
Yeah.
Year's resolutions episode topics for next year, all those things. Where do y'all want to start with the New Year's resolutions? Personal New Year's resolutions or ladies associate New Year's resolutions?
Either
So
or. I mean, we just heard a little bit about Emmanuel's at the beginning of the live about how he's doing this bodybuilding competition and gonna lose 100 pounds. That's a hell of a resolution. So I can't wait till September,
that's a
man.
great personal
I hope you
resolution.
like document your journey so that you can like do the whole before and after and all that.
yeah, we should be. Me and my brother are gonna start this YouTube channel together because his ass is basically my trainer with my boy Dolo,
Okay.
who happens to be Nigerian.
Emmanuel,
So,
can you project your voice a little bit louder?
oh my bad. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like, you so
uh,
nonchalant.
because like I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm exhausted right now.
Oh,
I
you
haven't
did
been
just
able.
drive to Minnesota.
It's not
That's
even
a
a
long
drive.
drive.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's this new diet, and I'm hungry all the
You
time.
hungry?
Wait,
What have
so
you been
you start
eating?
what's your diet looking like?
Yeah.
And why
Oh,
did you decide to lose weight?
you know,
I mean,
it was a bet, and
yeah.
I realized that my content goes further when I'm lighter. So I was like,
Mm,
What?
this is a money decision,
that's interesting.
That
and
is
then
funny.
that's
So
all
when
it
you're
Not the
is.
people.
skinnier, you feel like you get more engagement, or how
Yeah,
does that work? Okay.
yeah, that's
Okay.
That
all it
is
is.
so wild.
And plus, I wanted to show like Sudanese people losing weight. We don't really have that much fitness influencers and people who are
I
out
like
there
it.
just like showing some of our parents, younger kids, especially the ones that are slightly overweight in the Western world. Eh, might as well do it.
Have you ever seen yourself at the weight that you're trying to get to?
Yeah, my first year out of like when I was 21 ish, I was like down to like 230. I looked like I was hungry, so like I wasn't lifting. It was just all like weight
So
loss.
how did you figure out that like when you're skinnier, when you have less body fat, you get more content or get more engagement?
I don't know. I was at like two. I did a weight loss before I broke my ankle. I did a weight loss,
Hmm.
and I realized yeah, people were more receptive. Apparently, people don't like to listen to fat people talk.
People
You
are
know
really
what? Oh
into
my
fat
gosh,
people.
people are very shallow. That's so true though. People are, it's a very shallow world.
It is.
People,
It's just the
yeah,
reality.
people
And
want everything
especially
packaged
now,
perfectly. Hmm.
this whole really thin is back in. So, like with the Ozempic and all of the GLPs, people are even meaner now. So, I get it.
I mean, I'm still busy, y'all. Like I'm back in
Jer-
Dallas.
Jeremy said Emmanuel is a natural endomorph. I don't know. Endomorph. Some people got different body types and are meant to be big. I kind of agree with that. Some people are not meant to be like
But
skinny.
you're bodybuilding, so even if you get to that weight, like you said, it's going to be different than you just being skinny, than you like
Yeah,
bulk. Like, I don't know. So maybe you won't look the same if you're like working out with it. Cause like the weight distribution, right? Like you might, I don't know. That's
it
going to be interesting.
it really is
I'm not
because
gonna be
you
used to
don't know
it.
what this stuff. You just gotta let it be what it is.
I know. I'm used to Emmanuel being like the
Fat.
teddy bear.
The teddy bear.
Not fat. The teddy bear. It's gonna be so crazy.
You're
Like
going to come
him.
back all buff.
Right. I'm gonna
It's
be
going to be
like, who
weird.
is this? Yeah, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Whatever you want to
That's
do, I we support
Wait,
you.
so
We
you didn't
support
tell
you.
us about your diet. What do you eat? Like,
Mhm.
what have you been
uh
eating? You hungry?
right. I think today I had freaking sweet potatoes,
Drinking?
chicken, asparagus. But it's asparagus protein shakes, the normal stuff. Like it's like
So you're
it's
cooking? You're making it yourself? You're meal
oh yeah, yeah,
prepping?
yeah. I have to cook. I have to cook because there's no processed foods or anything like that. It's like clean.
Emmanuel is a bodyguard. Someone, Caitlin said Emmanuel could have been a bodyguard.
That's what
Who's
I
our
used to do.
It
bodyguard?
was, yes.
But yeah,
And Emmanuel's 6'6", by the way. So big
what the?
sixes,
Why are you?
very,
What was that? A
Are
lie?
you
What?
serious, six
very.
six?
Yeah, he.
What?
That's what you always say, Emmanuel. Are you 6'5"? But
No,
very intimidating, very
I just
much
said he was like
so.
6'2" or something.
I'm only 6'2". Like I'm not tall. Like to
Damn.
bigger people at all.
Six
No, you
six
are
six sounded
tall.
better.
You
Six
are
six sounded
tall.
a lot better. Yeah. But let's get to our brainstorming session. We need topics for 2026, y'all.
Okay.
We need topics for 2026. What
This
Ooh.
is
Emmanuel,
one topic.
Christine, what are you thinking that like we need to do next year for the new year to really separate ourselves from every other podcast or
Post every day.
We need
post every
to
day?
get back to getting our like sourcing guests and stuff, to be honest. And
Sourcing more
going
guests.
on more people's podcasts like we started to. That was really good.
Yes. Yes. And that's my resolution for LOS too, is going on more people's podcasts. Because
Hmm.
that will get us out of our comfort zone too. And then that will help us gain a broader audience. Um, who do you guys have in mind for if we had a guest? And this is for everybody, all of y'all.
I mean, there's a lot of
Uh,
people that want to come on.
you said what?
I said there's a lot of people that want to come on. So it just
That's the
depends on
thing.
who.
We're not hurting for people that want to come on. It's just the facilitating it part. So I
Mhm.
think we already have a team, but I think we just need to tighten up like certain things so that the people that want to be on the podcast can actually get the chance to be on. Because
Yeah.
people, even when I'm out, like people constantly are talking about the podcast and saying like, "Oh, invite me on the podcast, invite me on the podcast." But it just has to be like the right topic, work with their schedule,
Time.
et cetera, et cetera.
And then also like vetting. Like a lot of people, I think recently somebody messaged me and said they have somebody that wants to be on the podcast, but it's like, okay, what does that mean? Like what are we talking about? What do they want to talk about?
Mhm.
So it's like also vetting the people that want to be on the show as well. So it's like we need a team to do that. We need that infrastructure, stronger infrastructure.
And I
Go
think
ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead,
I think
Christine.
we should
Chimakalu. Oh, go ahead, Emmanuel. I'm just
I
gonna.
think there should be more episodes, but again, that requires us to like.
There are going to be more episodes, but let's read the comments. Go ahead, Christine.
Chimakalu said, "You are already unique, even among African podcasts. Very little is known about the culture, as in South Sudan contemporary." And then Caitlin said, "Stream on Twitch or Kick."
Oh, okay. I feel like the streaming world is so young. It's like so like I don't know. Streamers just give me K Sanat, Aiden Ross. That's the only streamers I know. So I'm like I don't really know if that's really our audience. But let us know, Caitlin. Maybe there is an
Where's
audience
Leon?
out
I
there
wanted
for
to hear
us.
what he had to say about that.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to.
in the meantime, Jeremy said, "I hate how y'all promote Black unity, then support interracial relationships. Black unity and interracial relationships is diametrically opposed." Diam- yeah. What do you have to say about that, Sarah?
I mean, listen, I'm not against like interracial couples.
You can't.
I think
I
we
feel
should
like
date. I think it's
you
a
can't
numbers
control
game.
people. It's not about picking a side. It's about
Yeah,
people are gonna do what they want to do in their lives, and I believe in live and let live. Okay, like
right. And the thing is, it's like for me, it's like a numbers thing. Like I love Emmanuel's back. Let me add Emmanuel. I love Dr. Umar because you know how he preaches like black love, black unity, like no snow
mhm,
bunnies. And I love his message because yeah, I think we do need more of that messaging because the messaging so far right now is I feel like it's like anti-black,
mhm,
anti-black love, anti-black marriages. So we need somebody to counteract that. But like I'm not going to be mad at someone one or every now and then somebody getting married having an interracial relationship like it's a numbers thing for me if everybody's dating outside the race all the white
right.
people then I'll be like okay what's going on here but
But it's not the majority. That's what he said. There ain't gonna be no
it's,
more Black people messing with y'all.
yeah it's
Like
not the majorities right now so it's like
we
mhm.
uplift, tell the stories of diaspora, teach people about our culture, our country, and stuff. But if there are a few people that go and marry outside of the culture, that's not something that we can
Jeremy said
control.
y'all ain't standing on business even for South
So what
Sudanese
are we
people
supposed to
like
do? Be up here on some Dr. Umar type
I mean, I used to when I first got on this podcast, I was the main one like, nah, we got to promote South Sudanese
And
marriages.
we're trying to, but I'm
Yes.
just saying if we can't, if some people decide or meet someone in their everyday lives that they connect with and they get married to, what can we do about that? Like as long as
Hmm.
we just try to promote marrying each other, trying to,
For
connect with each other
for
and
the
keep
most
that
part.
going for the
Hmm.
majority, then that's all we can really do. I mean,
Oh, Caitlin said get Dr. Umar on the podcast. I always wanted Dr. Umar on the podcast. I don't know how y'all feel about
you've
that.
been saying that.
I've been wanted Dr. Umar on the podcast, and I think we
That would
can
be
get Dr. Umar.
crazy. We really probably could if we all we got to do is reach out to him.
Yeah, I think Dr. Umar would do it. How y'all
We're
feel?
not
What?
supporting it though. He said you don't have to support it on a black platform. We've never came out and said like date outside
Yeah,
of
date outside
like
your
we've never
race.
promoted it. We just
We
Hmm.
just be chilling, like love who you love. I think this illusion that like black people are leaving each other for like this what's called is I think feeding into number one again the red pill narrative, right?
And misinformation.
Misinformation, and then also like divester content, which I also think is adjacent to red pill content when it comes to like the male version. There's the women version where they call black men bullet bags, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get a white man, call the police on your black man, etc., etc. That kind of content.
Who was saying that?
Oh, y'all don't know about divest? Oh, y'all have no idea. I'll show y'all divester stuff. Just
I've
wait.
never seen nothing
But
like that.
it's it's what I call like a weird consciousness that's out there that if it hits your algorithm, you probably shouldn't engage. But when you do, you're gonna be flooded with stuff like that, and then you realize real quickly, oh, number one, there's probably more bots than actual people, and the people that do believe that have trauma
Oh,
that
did you? I'm sorry. Go
this is
ahead.
rough. But yeah, 80% of us we live with each other. Now we do need to do a study on Sudanese and how much we do
Yeah.
What's
When
called?
you said the whole thing, like the bots comment, did y'all see that on like on X? They found that like most of the people, like a lot of the people that were creating all this division, like the big pages that had all this divisive like rhetoric, weren't even in the US. A lot of
Um,
them were.
I remember
Did you
that
see
where they
that?
expose the locations and stuff for like where
Yeah,
they, yeah.
yeah. When Elon Musk like decided to show the locations of like the accounts, they found that
Hmm.
a lot of people were like a lot of the conversations that were sparked here for Americans weren't even from people who lived in America. Like they weren't even the ones. They weren't even here, and they weren't even black. So if it was like a black, like if they were making black divisive black comments or
Hmm.
things that against like black women or black men or whatever, the people weren't even here in America.
And it makes
I
So
sense.
believe that.
It
yeah,
makes perfect
and
sense.
not Charleston White on the podcast too. Caitlin, now you wildin'.
I
You
mean, look,
doing too much.
I think, see, for example, I think Charleston, for as controversial as he is, I think the root of some of his messaging makes sense, right? Which is like we should take out the criminality in the black community and we should
But
focus around building.
does he even like Africans? I thought he didn't like Africans.
Yeah, Charleston just be saying stuff. He's just an old hood dude. Like if you ever met like an
He doesn't
old
even
hood
like black
uncle,
women. He said he would never date a black woman or something like
he's
that.
married to a black woman.
I thought he was married to Hispanic women.
Nah, he's married to a black woman. I'm
Right?
pretty
Are
serious.
you sure about that? I don't think he's married to a black woman.
I think he just says stuff.
Charleston says stuff just so that he can get attention and money, but he
But
also does stuff to
I
But
make.
don't we don't
sometimes he
need
do
that.
some of the stuff that he does say. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes he every now and then will say something that makes sense. But then, like I said, like he will say something totally completely off the wall too. So then it's like you can't really.
Gauge.
I mean, most of the stuff
He-
is off the wall, but every now and then he'll say something that's like, okay, that makes sense. But it's like, is this a persona or because before he said that he was like trying to be an activist and stuff, but no one would pay attention to him until he started putting on his internet persona. That's when he started going viral and getting
yeah.
attention.
I could see
So
that he's actually smart. Like he's smart. He seems like he actually has knowledge. But yeah, he gets caught up in this clickbait or he knows what to say to get the people going. But I just like I think at this age, I'm so over this age of clickbait and misinformation,
Well,
disinformation.
we didn't
I
even talk
just
about Nikki.
oh
oh my
Nikki,
god, they've been
Speaking of like
tearing her up. Yeah,
the grift, Nicki Minaj.
y'all want
Okay.
to talk about Nicki Minaj?
Speaking of, cause I mean, we
that
are. It
might.
was interesting.
I mean, Emmanuel could make his comments, but that might derail us for the New
Oh wait,
Year's
are y'all
topic
afraid of the
ideas.
barbs?
No, it's not even that. I'm just exhausted with that whole situation. Honestly, it's not even that. Like
We should have
what?
probably saw this coming a while back because I mean, Lil Wayne used to have some wild comments like that, and when he became a MAGA dude, I was like, ooh, Lil Wayne, not
Hmm.
Wayne, and I was
Hmm.
like, it makes sense because he did say like a white cop saved me, so all lives matter. Should have saw that coming. And Nikki has always shown that she has that tendency, and for her to complete the circle now, I think she got to a point where she felt like the industry hated her, quote unquote, hated her so much. So she was all like, okay, might as well go to someplace I'm going to be guaranteed a fan base and the money is good. So,
Caitlin said Nikki is doing what's in the best interest of her and her husband.
But this is it in the best interest of the people, like the people that supported her coming up and the people who put money in her pocket. It wasn't the Republicans. I don't think it
I
wasn't
think that's the
MAGA.
thing though. I think that with celebrities, y'all gotta make your own opinions for yourself. I feel like people
Hmm.
put too much weight on what celebrities like they're still people too, right? So I feel like you gotta kind of think for yourself. You can't go to your celebrities for what you're gonna believe in. You should just have to form that opinion based on, doing your own research. So
but
I don't know.
I agree, but okay, but if you had it like if you were a fan of, of a celebrity and and they were supportive of something that was like anti South Sudanese, wouldn't you like
Then you
kind
just
of
don't be their fan no more. I mean,
exactly? Yeah, and that's what people were talking
it's
about.
that's yeah. So that's where you draw the line and just don't be. But I
Yeah.
mean, you can't because the thing is, it's like kind of like you're their fan, but they don't really know like everyone who's their fans. Obviously, she has
You
like a
have
big
to
group to
know.
run,
You
but
Come on,
have
man.
to know
just
your
people
fan
say
You
like the
base.
have
LGBT
the
community
rainbow
was
community
supporting
been
her.
on her side forever.
Yeah, the rainbow community, the black community, not even just the LGBTQ, but the black community as well, black and brown people. I mean, do you think the community that she's grifting to or pandering to right now, do you think that they were actively listened to Nicki Minaj? They claim to be like these Christians. They're not listening to that.
What did
So,
Charlie Kirk call her?
he said that she was like a horrible representation for women or something like that.
Yep.
And then she's sitting with his wife. So
Hmm.
it is very like questionable. Like it is strange, but I'm exhausted with that whole thing, and people are doing what's best for their individual selves, it seems, and that's unfortunate that we've come to that place because I think we should be voting for the betterment of everybody, like everybody in our communities, everybody, not just people that look like us too, because then that's like race based, but like the people the poor, like the people who are middle class. Like I don't think that we should be focusing or pandering to people that are already rich and billionaires and like literally like that's the whole thing. But I don't even want to get into it because that stuff exhausted me.
I
I
don't know.
saw that and
I
I was
think
just like,
seeing her at the turning point thing, I was like, damn. I'm not surprised, right? Because she was kind of dog whistling a lot of this stuff, and for low key her helping justify Nigeria being bombed up north with her comments. Like I think people have to have a conversation about how like the power that you have as a celebrity, you can affect the rest of the world and how people view things simply based off of what you're having a conversation about.
yeah.
And you have a responsibility to be more well researched or more thought out, or maybe she genuinely believes this stuff. And
Well, it's
like,
propaganda. I think she genuinely believes it. I think she genuinely is Christian and she thought like, oh, Christians are being murdered in Nigeria. I'm gonna speak on that. But she didn't go deeper to figure out, okay, like now like Chima said, they bombed the wrong place. So Christians could have been killed in the commission of like what you're supporting. So you just everybody just has to be careful because you don't want to like stand for something on face value and then it's actually not doing what like you thought it was doing. And then Jeremy said, y'all can't say y'all pro black and scared to focus on race. It's not that I'm scared to focus on race. I think it's more than just race too. I think it's like the economy, like rich and poor too. And yeah, like people who are black and brown are disproportionately like suffer from like the economy, but it's not just race too. There's a lot of different factors, but yeah,
I
I
think
don't
I
think we
think
should go against our people. I don't think you should go against your people.
I think you have to learn to use code whenever you have these conversations because
Hmm.
some people's ears shut off automatically when they hear the race word. And I think
Yeah,
you have to be clear and concise so that they can clearly hear it and they can get the message. But sometimes
but
I
it's
start to
like,
realize
but it's like not even just like it's about the rich and the poor too, because there's a lot of like Trump supporters who don't are suffering under his administration,
administration.
and they're still voting against themselves. So, but they're just but
Hate is a good motivator. I'm real, and people, and he knows that. Like that man, that is like this is probably one of those times where I realized this is kind of Reagan's playbook back in the day.
Mhm,
Um, is that like when you have somebody that has a marketing machine behind them, you could take them to the White House, and I think they
mhm.
learned from Reagan, and they've continued to do what they did before, and they've made it way worse for Trump. So I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get some topics because I'm gonna have to
Topic
jump off of
topics
Oh
here.
yeah.
yes, topic suggestions though. Um Topic suggestions, y'all, for racism and capitalism and racism are hand in hand. Oh,
If
okay.
y'all want more political topics, that's something that they can look
Yeah, even
into.
if it's just broad, like do y'all want more political topics coming into 2026? Please say no.
Are you asking the people?
Yeah, the people.
Oh
Please,
yeah,
and you too.
you're gonna get all the political. People want more politics
You
everywhere.
too, Emmanuel. Like, do you want more political? Everybody, do
Hell,
y'all
I'm
want
a
one more?
comedian. I want to be funny,
Okay,
please.
so what do y'all want, Christy? What do y'all want personally? Like thinking
I
about it, like
I don't want to talk about politics because that's not like what I want to do, or
no,
like we're
We are not
cast
Candace Owens, right?
towards. So then it's yeah, and then it's like yeah, I'm just
Every now and then we could talk about, but
Tim
cultural
Apollo
topics.
says more cultural
We
topics.
love a cultural
Yes.
topic. Yes, cultural topics for sure. More cultural topics. Um, Let me read it. Y'all have too many identities floating around y'all's head. Y'all poor. Hold on, I can't read it on my phone. I gotta read it on here. Can you read it, Christine? I can't
Where's
see
that
it.
at?
Let's see it.
Who said that?
Jeremy said, "Y'all have too many identities floating around in y'all head. Y'all poor people of color. Y'all just want to save everybody." Mm, no, that's not what we said. That's not what we
Caitlin
said.
said, "I want y'all to talk about everything: culture, group economics, etc." I like that, group economics.
I think that's our strong. I think that's our strong suit is like culture and talking, like discussing like more Pan African topics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else y'all got? Hi, JT. Hello, hello. We're brainstorming topics for 2026. Drop them down if you have any suggestions. Um, what else is there anything you wanted to talk about, Christine, in 2026?
I just
Take an African trip. Yes.
they said taking out relationships. Um, what else? I want to interview more people.
I want to interview more people too. I want to do more interviews. Jeremy said pro black is about prioritizing black. Y'all want to save the world. No, but politics is not just black though. Like it's so broad and there's so many different layers to it. So that's why I don't want to like keep it just on race when it comes to politics. Caitlin
Do we
Jackson
want
said,
to save the world though?
I don't think we want to save the world. We're just being realistic.
I mean, but that's our podcast is geared towards like sharing the stories of diaspora. Think we're not really like trying to take on like we are pro diaspora podcast, but we're not like, activists in the sense that we're on some Dr. Umar type stuff. Like we have our own specific lane that you know.
Yeah,
So
we're more so
sometimes I
like
feel like
sharing stories.
sometimes Jeremy, I feel like your comments are like be more pro black. I feel like we are pro black. We're not activists, but we're not on
We're
that.
not anti-black. We're not like, yeah, we're
We
for the
are
advancement
black.
of black
We're
people.
pro black people
We're
everywhere around the world, but
yes,
we're
and we're
not.
for the advancement of black people. We just do it in a different way. We're not doing it like we I like Dr. Umar, but he has his lane that he's taken. We're here for sharing stories, sharing our experience. Um, Caitlin said y'all should do a pop the balloon Sydney's
I've been
version. You
wanting to
know
do that, Sarah, since the
yes,
first year. I've been wanting to do that.
we should
Maybe
do
with
it.
a twist, even if it's not just exactly the same way. I think that would be very entertaining
We should
to
do the pop
do.
the
Like
balloon.
even that.
Even though I don't like it, I don't like pop the balloon, but
Like I said, we could put our own twist on it, but I feel like that would
yeah.
help promote more black relationships. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter what I like. The people love pop the balloon, so I think we should just do it. Like, did y'all see the Zanu Project podcast? There was a lot of talk around the
yes,
Africans, FDAs, and all that. I didn't see
I've
that.
been telling Sarah for like the last few months. I wanted to get Frank Zanu on the podcast and
Oh
maybe
yeah,
on
that's the
his
guy you're telling me
podcast.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I saw some of his posts. Emmanuel keeps needing to be added back. Hey, Emmanuel. I gotta see his page. We want to have,
Yeah,
apparently we're gonna have, okay, 2026 goals. We're
he's
gonna
my
have
number one that I want to get on
on
the
the
podcast.
podcast.
But he's in
Okay.
Connecticut, so it's like if we want to be on his, we would have to fly to Connecticut. But we could do it. Like we could. I know he uses a studio, so we could just use his studio.
Maybe we can fly him to Dallas.
Yeah, but then I want to be on his podcast too because it's good to like in his podcast
Yeah.
shoots in
And I
Connecticut.
and I kind of I'd rather travel than somebody come to than me paying for somebody else to travel.
What podcast they talking
I
about?
want to
Yeah,
experience.
I've never been
I
to
want to experience a
Connecticut,
new state.
so
Yeah. Caitlin
we'll get
said
Calvin on. Even though
get
Jeremy doesn't
yeah.
like Calvin, I don't know why Jeremy don't like Calvin. I guess because he's FBA or I don't know.
Oh,
But
that's what
yeah,
they
we'll
were talking
definitely
about.
reach out to Calvin. Shout out to
Yeah.
the Guys podcast. He does his thing on his podcast with Jasmine too. He has his own podcast. If y'all want to support him, it's called the
It's
Black Ice
black ice.
podcast.
Yeah.
And the A in black is a V, I think.
Well, I'll have to put it in here. It's kind of confusing. I think they need to change that.
They do. But sis,
Wait,
I'm gonna have to hop off of here soon.
Yeah, Christine gotta go soon, so
Um,
y'all leave.
Jeremy said Calvin is the colorist that bullied you growing up, Christine.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus
We've
Christ.
we've we've gotten over it. I mean,
If
that
people
happened in
not
high
changed,
school. Me and Janet talk about it all the time. Yeah, but I mean, he was dark skinned too. So for me, it was always crazy to me. And we've already talked about it. We said all this face to face. But
There's always
I
that
think,
one person in high school that's gonna bully you, and they're gonna be dark
yeah, but
skinned.
we're grown now. Like at this point, it's bridge under the water. We ended up being friends in high school after I roasted him back. And I think that's what it took going to that type of school is you have to, if someone's cooking you and you're not saying anything, you have to cook them back. And then after that, y'all are cool. But I mean, at the end of the day, he's dark skinned too, so I don't.
Exactly,
But
and we're all subject to the same systems of like obviously hating ourselves, hating our skin color. We were taught to do that by either white supremacy, racism. So it's like, are you gonna hold another black person like accountable? Like, yeah, you could, but like I feel like we all have to give each other grace.
and we spoke about it. He acknowledged it. Like to me, I'm not gonna hold a grudge against him. But I mean, I got over it in high school. We were all friends in high school.
He
Clearly,
said
because
it
he's on the podcast now. So
yeah, he said it was love. He said it was just that's
yeah, he
he made
said
fun of
it was a
everybody.
part of Black culture. Is what he was telling us that that's just how things were. Like people just joke. And I did see that. Like growing up in school, they were roasting everyone. Like that is was the pastime. That's what they did for fun. So I could see he's saying like, and I hear that a lot with the whole African versus Black American thing. Like they're saying this is part of their culture. That doesn't take away from how Africans
The
felt, but
trauma.
at some point, it's like, come on now, I have to let it go. Sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah, yeah, like it is what it is. But Christine has an event to
Yeah,
go
I'm
to.
gonna
Not
hop
to
out.
put your business out there,
No, it's
but
okay. But happy
yeah,
New Year's, everyone! I'm so excited for 2026 for LOS.
we still
Got
need
great things in
topics.
store. We do
We
need to. Yeah, I mean, if y'all have, I don't know what y'all have going on, but I just gotta hop off because it's
yeah,
already 42.
yeah, I know you have something to do. So yeah, so we'll talk later. But we still need topics. So y'all should either leave it on the post episode or me, Emmanuel, we want to chill for a little bit.
maybe we can jump for a little bit, but I would suggest that they put it in the Discord, join the Discord, and if you have any topics that you genuinely want us to what's called DM or specifically, yeah, just tell us because I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna put the Discord in the on this link.
But
But
happy New Year's, y'all. Love y'all. Y'all
yes,
please be safe if y'all gonna go out. Please, we don't need no more bad news.
yeah, and drive safe, please, or get an Uber. Bye, Christine.
All right, bye, y'all.
Um, Christine gone.
I think the general topics took over a little bit. My bad. I
You said what?
think the general topics kind of took over for a little bit. My bad.
What general topics? Oh,
Uh,
and that's okay.
yeah.
That we needed that because we couldn't just go straight into like brainstorming. We had to like talk about current events. There's stuff going on in this world right now.
I mean, obviously, I think we do need a current event segment, right? And a
Hmm.
lot of the times, those help out a lot where it ends up being an episode.
Yeah.
But I think topics like I don't know. Obviously, we could go colorism again because I think young girls still need to have that conversation in front of them.
I
Um,
always love the topic of colorism. We need to discuss colorism more,
I think,
but maybe in a different way.
yeah, I think we should have the men have their version of it and their conversation about it, how it feels, because I do think
That's good.
there is nuances
I'm gonna
to
write that down.
how young men felt about it and how that literally affected them till now. Because I remember I watched a video of a young dude like, uh, and it was a Kodak. I think it was Kodak Black or somebody from Florida who it was a young dude from Florida who was talking about how he would only date light skinned women because he didn't want the kid to look like him. And I think a lot of times people don't realize maybe the reason why he's saying that is because of the PTSD and the trauma that he has himself about how people looked at him and how people treated him. Because sometimes those boys can be jealous and they can be like looked at others, but
So
that can continue to.
colorism from the men's perspective,
Yeah, but
like
also
what?
I think we need a women's perspective again.
Yeah, yeah, like just two perspectives. So the men have their own episode, and then the women have their own episode.
Yeah, and then I think we should have the conversation of like how colorism against yourself can affect your self esteem, like when
Hmm.
it comes to how you view others. Because I think both black men and black women can be colorists, and I think a lot of the times it seems like the black men are the only perpetrators of it, versus like everyone can have that and be like that. And because I peeped it, like a lot of times they're like, oh, only black men have a preference for light skinned men. But I've also peeped that sometimes our sisters can be the same way, where they have a preference for light skinned men because of the trauma they face themselves. And so that leads to self hate in a way, the same way that we kind of have black men and black women who go straight to white people the same way, like where the preferences are a result of the traumas that you had around you, and that's why they feel like they can only be safe with this specific demographic. Like I've had light skinned women where they're like, oh, I only like dark skinned men because yada yada yada, or these dark skinned women don't like me, etc. etc. So there is
I've
like
never felt like that ever. So that's interesting. I've
being
always loved dark
adjacent to
skin.
whiteness.
Dark skinned men as a mate are like my favorite. I love dark skinned men. But then I think us dark skinned women, we really actually don't discriminate. I think we have that like we don't really discriminate against like skin tone. There's no reason for us to do that at
I
all.
think I think there is more nuance than you think because I think some women
Maybe,
specifically
yeah,
they try to like not marry or have reproduce themselves.
because they don't want dark skinned kids. Women don't want dark skinned kids.
Good hair,
Interesting.
light eyes. There's these conversations that have been here for a while, and I think that's the thing about colorism. Colorism is one of those topics where it's not on the top end of like black issues like that. So it's just I always
It's
look at it.
no colorism is always talked about.
Yeah.
People always talk about colorism, but I don't know. Like some people see it like, oh, you're being a victim,
Hmm.
or colorism goes both ways. Like that's a conversation, like not
Colorism
about
in the
gender,
diaspora.
not about gender, but like, oh, dark skinned women could be colorist to light skinned women. I've seen that conversation now too. So there's like all these different like ways that people are trying to flip colorism, which I don't agree with that. I feel like that's almost like saying like, oh, white people can be racist too. If a light skinned person says, "Oh, a black woman was colorist," to okay, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, in the broad general scheme of things, lighter skinned women benefit from colorism.
Yeah.
Period.
And I think
Yeah.
that's
So
yeah. There's a lot more nuance we can get into, and I would love to have some people who've written books on it. Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, outside of that, I would love to do more segments on the street with other Sudanese people. You
Street
know,
segments.
like yeah, asking questions. You know, like allow us to have a little bit more fun with the scheme.
Why don't you? I would love for you to go on the street. Like you know how people I saw like this Australian guy, he's a white Australian, and he was like trying South Sudanese food or something like that. Or like
Hmm.
having people in the street try South Sudanese food. I was like, that would be really good for you. That would be a cute segment for you, Emmanuel, if you like went on the street and like talked to people about South Sudan or something like that. You know, like
Yeah,
we kind of have to refine it a little bit. But I think that would be like you're a personable person. You could definitely do a street segment.
I think we could ask people like what information they want to know about South Sudan, like because bringing our friends in
Yeah.
and like getting their general like understanding and knowledge of us, I think you'd be surprised at how much and how little people know, depending
Um,
on where they're at.
Live Move said y'all should do the street segments for YouTube Shorts and Reels. I agree. Okay, so street segments for the Reels. I want to do an African true crime segment. So I'm working on that. That's definitely coming on 2026. Um, yeah. So we just need more topics, more guests. Oh, y'all, we need more. We need more of everything. Also, if y'all want to be a part, if y'all want to submit content to Ladies of Sosa and have us collaborate with you, we are always open to that as well. Like we are open to the entire community working with us. Like that's really the goal of LOS. This is a group project. It's not just us up here. It's all of us. So if you have content that you want to create and you want to collab with us on our platform, we'll make sure you get your credit and it's a collaboration. So let us know and we'll see how we can do it.
I think we should just do individually asked questions where like we allow them to submit questions for each of us,
Mhm.
and like we reply and answer in short like form content. So if you had like
Like
questions
Q
for
and A's.
each,
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
a Q&A segment would be so fun.
yep,
Like obviously anonymous. Like
mhm.
we're not gonna say your name, but like some people are going through some real life stuff, and
Yes,
we've been going through some real life stuff too. I know we don't talk about it all the time, but we've been through a lot as people too. We can give some advice now.
I'll definitely give you advice. Is it gonna be good? We'll see.
Ask us for advice right now. Just try us. Just try us.
There ain't nobody asking for advice right now.
That's what I'm saying. But like you could ask us for advice right now. So we can do a Q&A segment 2026. We'll do street segment where you go out on the streets and ask people questions. Um, Maybe we'll do like try South Sudanese food at the studio.
Yep.
Um, yeah. And then
We
maybe
should have our friends try South Sudanese food and
try
do
like have our American friends try South Sudanese food. We need to put South Sudanese food on the map because a South Sudanese restaurant will come out in 2026. Amen. Here in Dallas.
because I think there's a sister. Is it Kansas? Her and her mom started a restaurant.
I actually we actually shared it on Ladies Associates podcast on the Instagram. I think it was like in the Midwest. They started
Hmm.
a South Sudanese restaurant, which is really good. That's amazing. We need more businesses, South Sudanese businesses. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that those are good ideas. We could definitely
Yep.
work towards. Yeah,
Shoot. And I gotta get my ass to the gym. So
period. But
no, like literally, I have to go to the gym in like 5 minutes. So
no, I feel you. I'm about to go to bed. I am so tired, but I think this was a good like brainstorming session. I think I took some notes, so I'll definitely implement it for 2026. We are going to watch Goodbye Julia, by the way. I don't know if you guys have watched. Emmanuel, have you watched Goodbye Julia?
nah, but I will watch it on Tubi.
Okay, so Goodbye Julia is a movie and it really demonstrates the dynamics between North and South Sudan before we were split into two countries. It shows like the racism that a lot of Southerners endured. We are from the South. Me and Emmanuel, if you guys didn't know, um, so we're Southern Sudanese, and it kind of just really shows the dynamic. And Julia is the main character. She's a Southerner, and she's a slave to a family from the North. And it really just details like the early '90s, like the '90s to the 2000s, like what South Sudanese people were going through, and like the racial and cultural dynamic between the two different. So I think we should watch Goodbye Juliet together. I'm going to try to see if we can do that together on Discord. So we'll have like a little, so we can, share comments at the same time. Um, but I'll try to work on that. And then we're going to be going live on Saturday as well at the studio. So we're recording this weekend as well on Saturday. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining this live. Chima said, interesting session. Thank you. Just a
Appreciate
little
that.
freestyle session. But,
And you'll see me
uh-huh.
back. I'll still be on the pod every now and then.
I mean, I'm sad that you moved to Minnesota. This is crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna be back in Dallas on the 15th, and I'm gonna be back in Dallas on the 26 because I got a show. But
Okay,
I'm
I
flying.
hope
I'm
so.
flying real quick.
Yeah,
So
don't drive.
I'll have weekends. So if the podcast is being shot, it so happens to be one of those weekends. Yeah.
Okay, we'll add you virtually if we need to. We'll put you up virtually. But in the meantime, love y'all deep. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey.